Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, as always, I love to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, and peace and blessings unto the elect. All right, so this is an interesting article. Putin ally wants to make NATO member part of Russia, right? Which, you'll be surprised which nation in NATO and also the EU this country is, right? I was expecting it to be France or Turkey or Poland, right, or Hungary, right? Which really those nations so far goes without saying that they want to be a part of Russia. They want to be a part of the BRIC alliance, right? We done seen Turkey and France openly express that they want to get with the BRIC alliance, right? But this right here is surprising. But let me go ahead and read it. It says an ally of Russian President Vladimir Putin recently floated the idea of making a member of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, which is the NATO, part of Russia amid the ongoing war in Ukraine. It says during a recent airing of Russia 1, a state-run TV show in Moscow, host Vladimir, don't know how to say his last name, spoke about Lisbon, the capital of Portugal, and said there's a reason why the country should be a part of Moscow. Portugal, that's interesting. All right, that's very interesting to say the least. Let me keep going. It says Portugal was one of the founding members of NATO, also the EU as well. All right, they're also a part of the EU. All right, they would be a part of the 10 toes. But it says Portugal was one of the founding members of NATO, as many Western countries have continued to warn Moscow against engaging with the military bloc's allies and its conflict with Ukraine when Putin invaded the Eastern European country in February 2022. So I'm going to jump down. All right, here we go. It says, you don't need it, but I like it very much. Let me say, Solov said when he was questioned by his co-hosts and guests about why Russia would want Portugal. You have to start somewhere. I'd even choose Hawaii. I'm not a military man, but I reasoned the way I was taught by outstanding Soviet military commanders. You have to go for natural obstacles. All right, so it says Solov added that the Portuguese would live just as fine as part of the Russian Empire. All right, so you see that they're extending the hand to Portugal. Now, I'm not saying that this will happen, but I wouldn't be surprised that it does happen. Why is that? Because we should know that it is prophecy that the allies of America is going to turn on America, right? That is a biblical prophecy, which I'm gonna go ahead and grab that, right? Whether that happens, right before obviously they're gonna shoot missiles on America when it's time for World War III, but the timing of these nations, leaving the NATO or EU, that remains to be seen. Could happen. Hey, we can wake up tomorrow, Turkey say they leaving, France say they leaving, or they could do it at the very last moment. It could happen at the very last moment when they're gearing up for war, they're about to shoot the missiles, and they just go ahead and turn right on America. We'll see how the Heavenly Father has that play out. Right, so I'm going to start here in Revelation 17 and verse 16. It says, and the 10 horns, which the 10 horns represents the EU, which Portugal is a part of the EU as well. I believe Portugal was one of the first founding members of the EU as well. Right, because because they will say online, that it's like 12 members, but the UK, which is Great Britain, the UK and Ireland is one, so that goes down to 11, and Spain and Portugal is one as well, so that goes down to 10. All right, 10 toes or 10 horns, which Great Britain exited the EU as well I want to say back in 2018, 2019, Great Britain exited the EU, the Brexit. So it says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, which the beast is dealing with NATO, and the whore is dealing with America, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. See that? So America's own allies is going to shoot missiles on America. Why is that? Because of the tyrannical behavior, conduct of Babylon, of America, right? Just being a control freak. Matter of fact, in Revelation the 13th chapter, it calls the second beast a dragon. Revelation chapter 13, verse 11, it says, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. This is dealing with America. So America portrays itself to be a meek, humble, caring person or nation. But really, it says that he spake as a dragon. Really, he's a tyrannical, because the characteristics of a dragon is being a tyrant, right? Just a mean tyrant, and that's America, right? They force you into believing their ideologies and doctrines, right? Their westernized way of living, and if you're not down with that, what they do? They cut off aid, right? They no longer support you, all right? And they also start to assassinate the different leaders of that country as well, right? Kind of like a dude, kind of like a guy, right? He will put on the front to this chick that he want, all right? He will put up a front that he's a good guy, all right? He's loving, he's caring. But after he get what he wants, man, he's a straight demon. And that's exactly how America personifies itself. This meek, humble, caring nation, but really is a demon. All right? A fire-breathing dragon. And that's why these other nations, including their own allies, want to turn on America, because they're sick and tired of the bullying that America does, if that makes sense. All right, so let me see what it says in NOT. Which this is interesting, Hey, so we'll see what happens. Not saying that this is definitively going to happen, but hey, article came out on it, and hey, the Heavenly Father has spoken. Who can but prophesy? Pursuing the book of Amos, chapter 3, because we all know that this is prophecy. All right, and who knows? Yeah, you never know. Portugal might have been thinking about it, and here it goes. It's broadcasted out here in the open. They might just take it. You never know. They might have been thinking about this for a while. Like, man, I get with Russia, man. They got the ruble going on. All right, all these other nations are dropping the American dollar and getting with them, trying to join those that's winning team, because that's the nature of people. All right, people naturally want to gravitate towards winners, and Russia, they're winning right now. So Revelation 17:16 in NOT, it says, the scarlet beast and his 10 horns will hate the prostitute. They will strip her naked, eat her flesh, and burn her remains with fire. For the Heavenly Father has put a plan into their minds, a plan that will carry out his purposes. See that? And that's ultimately the reason why that they are going to do this, because this is the purpose of the Most High. The Heavenly Father wants these things to happen. Is that they will agree to give their authority to the scarlet beast, and so the words of the Most High will be fulfilled. All right, so now let's go ahead and grab Obadiah verse 7 in the NOT. And it says, all your allies were turned against you. See that? This is dealing with Edom. All right, dealing with this American Edomite. All right, it says all your allies will turn against you. All the allies of America will turn against her. They will hope to chase you from your land. They will promise you peace while plotting to deceive and destroy you. Your trusted friends will set traps for you and you won't even know about it. Whew. That's cold. That is cold. Let's read that again. It says, your allies will turn against you. See that? So America's allies will turn against her. They will help to chase you from your land. How? By sending these nukes over here. They will promise you peace. Yeah, America, we got you. We got you. You already know. Backing you up all the way. While plotting to deceive and assure you. But meanwhile, amongst themselves, they like, man, F America. All right, man, if we just get the opportunity and chance, man, we're going to go ahead and just burn our ass up. It says your trusted friends will set traps for you, and you won't even know about it. That's right, and America wouldn't even know about it. Why is that? Because of the pride. Matter of fact, let's go here. Verse 3, NOT still. It says, you have been deceived by your own pride, because you live in a rock fortress and make your home high in the mountains. Who can ever reach us way up here? You ask boastfully. See that? So your pride is so. Your pride has deceived you. Thinking that you can't get touched. Thinking that you can't be betrayed. But the Heavenly Father is going to have that happen to you. Let's go to Isaiah 47. This is Isaiah chapter 47. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at what Babylon says. Yep, Isaiah 47 verse 7. It says, and thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever. Meaning what? Being a lady just means being in a position of power, right? It says, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. Therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that says in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. That's right. So you have these leaders of Babylon the Great, and even these people, right? They think that they can't get touched. They think that this place can't be destroyed. Oh yeah, you know, America's army is so powerful. You know, military is just so great. Right? They don't think that because they've been winning all these wars and all these nations has just been afraid of America, they think that nothing can happen. But the Heavenly Father has another thing coming for you. So I want to jump down to verse. Let me see. I want to jump down to verse. Yeah, here we go. Verse 11. Here's the point. It says, therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it riseth. And that's what it said in the book of Obadiah, right? Let's go ahead and go back to that. Obadiah. Let's go ahead and go back to that real quick. Right? Going back to verse 7. It says, I'm going to jump down to right here. It says, your trusted friends will set traps for you, and you won't even know about it. See that? All these evils is going to come upon America, and America won't even know about it. Let's go ahead and read that again in Isaiah 47. It says, therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it rises. Man, the Heavenly Father is going to catch America off surprise. Will buy surprise. Salakia, by surprise. It says, and mischief shall fall upon thee. Let's go into the word for mischief. Mischief, it says ruins, disasters. Yeah, so disasters is just going to come upon America. Nothing but disaster, right? America, their own allies turning on them, famine, death, all those things. It says, thou shalt not be able to put it off. You're not going to be able to put it off. Meaning what? You're not going to be able to defend against it. Okay, nothing will work. You won't be able to duck and dodge the bullets that the Heavenly Father is about to send to you. Right? It says, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. See that? And the Heavenly Father is just going to catch you off guard, just like he did with ancient Babylon. Right? So this is Daniel chapter 2 and verse 41. It says, and whereas thou sawest the feet and toes, part of potter's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided, but there shall be in it of the strength of the iron, for as much as thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, and the feet, the toes, that's dealing with the European Union as part of iron. Well, let me read verse 42. It says, and as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. Yeah, because you have two sides to the EU, right? You have nations that are militarily and economically strong, and then you have nations within the EU that are weak when it comes on to the military and also the economy as well. Which I believe Portugal's military is weak, but economically I think they're strong. I believe a brother can correct me on that if I'm wrong, but economically I believe their GDP is high, but as far as their military goes, they're weak. All right. But, you know, this is just going into how the 10 toes is going to be undivided, separated, because some of them is going to jump ship and get with Russia. All right. So, Yahweh Zah, you brothers and sisters who are edified. Till next time, Shalom.